list of predictions for the upcoming NFL season. So here's a look at just a few of the categories according to Mike Clay. All right, here's his predictions, including the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns, passing yards, and receptions. So I've got two experts here in Damian and Max, and we'll start with our first question is, who will be the NFL's leading rusher? Max?
Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley ran behind a terrible offensive line last year, came in and is a rookie. Didn't even know what he was doing yet, really, by his own admission. Came in second in the league in rushing yards. Now, this one doesn't need to be overthought. Well, Giants are going to be playing from behind. They're not going to be running the ball as much. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the bottom line. You came in second as a rookie behind a terrible offensive line. You're the whole offense this year, catching balls, running balls. And your line is much, much better than it was. Part of that Odell trade was Zeitler. Zeitler's now a guard. Will Hernandez is in his second year. Nate Solder should be better than he was in his first year with the Giants. They brought in a new center. The whole line is going to be better than it was, and this dude is in his second year. And by the way, he's bigger than all the other running backs. He's stronger than all the other running backs. He's faster than all the other running backs. He's slipperier than all the other running backs. He seems to care as much or more than anyone else and work at least as hard and carry himself at least as well. And the answer is Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, but you already hit on it. See, because you already said, well, I know, the defense, and that's going to be the reason. That's going to be the reason why he's not going to lead the league in rushing this year, because inevitably they won't be able to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense as much as my pick, Zeke Elliott. Listen, it's time, true and tested with the Dallas Cowboys and Zeke Elliott. They have arguably the best offensive line. They get Travis Frederick back at center. Okay. Their offense is centered around one guy, and that's Zeke Elliott. Why? Because they want to keep their defense fresh. That's how they operate. They know what they have at quarterback in Dak Prescott. He's not at the elite level, but he's little bit more of a manager. So they know the game, the offense has to go through Zeke. Zeke's going to have more opportunity, more touches to win the rushing title again.
If Dak is a reason that Ezekiel Elliott's going to get more carries, what's Eli Manning for Saquon Barkley?
But the defense,
here's the Giants' offense. Saquon, please help us.
But listen, the difference between the two organizations, Dallas has a much better defense.
Oh, that is definitely true. Dallas has a much better defense.
Yes.
All right, next topic. Damian, who will lead the NFL in rushing touchdowns?
I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey. I think, when Christian McCaffrey came into the league, I think one of the big questions with him was, yes, he can catch the ball. He can do all those type of things. But can he get the tough yards? Can he run between the tackles? Can he run down the goal line? You know what he did last year? He emphatically said, yes, I can do all those things. It's going to be more of the same with Christian McCaffrey this year. Listen, we don't know what Cam Newton, his shoulder, is going to be, how it's going to hold up. But the one thing that we can count on with the Carolina Panthers is Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. He's going to have many opportunities, because they're going to take away some of the rushing opportunities from Cam Newton, because you got to preserve him because of the shoulder injury. So where all those carries going to go? They're going to go to Christian McCaffrey.
To quote Eddie Murphy from Coming to America as it relates to Christian McCaffrey, that boy good.
Well done.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey.
That's right.
But he's Saquon Jr. Whatever McCaffrey do, Saquon does a little bit better. He's a little bigger, stronger, all that stuff. Maybe except catch passes. They can both catch passes.
You're going Saquon for both.
It's like, in the words of Dave Chappelle, Saquon.
You're on fire
If the
today,
question is running backs, the answer is Saquon. Saquon. He's better at everything than everyone. And by the way, you might say whoever lived. He is the best running back prospect of all time. He has a long way to go. But he's one of the greatest running back rookies we have ever seen. He's bigger, stronger, faster. I said more elusive than everyone. He can also catch passes. If the question is running back, I don't care what you ask. The answer is Saquon.
But every situation is not the same.
Ask me a question.
Every situation.
Saquon.
I know you're going to say that.
I got a question for you that you can't say Saquon to because it's about a quarterback. So which quarterback will throw the most touchdown passes this year?
Patrick Mahomes. What did he throw last year? 50 touchdowns?
Yeah.
This is the first year quarterback. Excuse me. Is Kareem Hunt going to be there? No. Is Tyreek Hill going to be there?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Damian Williams can catch passes too, incidentally.
Yes, he can.
And do they have a tight end who can catch passes? And only the best in the game. You want to argue he's second or whatever? No, I think I'll take Travis Kelce over everyone. Now, do you have a coach who is quarterback friendly, who has rapport with the quarterback? Like Patrick Mahomes, he's not going to repeat a 50 touchdown performance. First of all, I don't know about that. Second of all, he doesn't have to. You can lead the league with 40 touchdowns. He can come 10 down, 20% off last year and still lead the league in touchdown passes. Much like Saquon, if you ask me about quarterbacks, the answer is Mahomes.
It's hard to argue against it, but I'm going to argue against it. I think it's going to be Carson Wentz, who I think is going to challenge for MVP this year. You know how you talk about Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce and other. You know what the Philadelphia Eagles have?
Especially at tight end.
Deshaun Jackson coming back into the mix. Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar in the slot. Then you got Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert at tight end. With Doug Peterson calling plays. I mean, pick your poison in this particular situation. So if you're Carson Wentz, there's really no excuse. I know that Patrick Mahomes threw for 50. Everyone expects him to kind of take a little bit of a step back.
If he takes a step
back. A little bit of a step back.
What if he steps up? How do we know that this dude just isn't Babe Ruth, right? Or Michael Jordan? How do you know that everyone's just assuming, he'll throw 40? He looks like a cross between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre so far.
Listen. Do I expect growth in his second full year? Absolutely. I also expect defensive coordinators kind of studying his full body of work to have a little bit more of a beat on it.
Defensive coordinators get their feelings hurt.
It could happen. It could happen.
All right, guys, I got one more topic for you, Damien. I'll start with you on this one. Which wide receiver will have the most catches this season?
The one that had most catches Michael Thomas. Listen, if there's one thing that's been known, when you throw the ball anywhere in Michael Thomas's vicinity, he's going to catch it. He has the highest catch percentage with Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, than any other quarterback wide receiver tandem in the National Football League. Drew Brees, when he's in trouble, where does he look? Michael Thomas. Third down. Where is he going? Michael Thomas. When he needs a big play, who is he looking to? Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is going to get the ball 9 times out of 10 with that New Orleans Saints offense.
But you know who never drops a pass, literally? DeAndre Hopkins. Every era's got this. We've been talking about this. There was Chris Carter. There was Larry Fitzgerald. Now there's DeAndre Hopkins. And furthermore, who else is Deshaun Watson going to throw the ball to? And furthermore, Deshaun Watson's taking a step forward at the same time Drew Brees seems to be taking a step back. It's a great pick, Michael Thomas. But if you ask me, it's DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to see so many targets. And he converts on 100% of them. It's ridiculous. This dude he is in the conversation for Michael Thomas has good hands. This is DeAndre Hopkins in the conversation for best hands of all time. He's on a short list. DeAndre Hopkins.
All right, guys, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Okay. Well, let's take a break. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit of tennis. We have the U.S. Open continues today on ESPN with men's and women's quarterfinals at noon Eastern, featuring the always entertaining Gael Monfils. And then at 7 Eastern in our primetime coverage, we'll have second-seeded Rafael Nadal's match against the 20-seed Diego Schwartzman at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Still to come on First Take, we continue our NFL divisional breakdown. Which player is under the most pressure in the competitive AFC West? Plus, Zeke is back, and he got his money. So was he right to say that the running back position has returned to prominence? We'll debate it.